Welcome back to Ad's mini build. Hopefully they're not going to faff about too much today. We're going to get that L-shaped bracket and we'll remake that so it's up higher so I'm not putting too much strain on the front, and we'll get that finished off today, I'm sure we will. So let's get crack-a-lacking. Okay then, just a quick update on what I've been doing this morning. I've got this new bracket made up. Because last time I rushed it and drilled the holes in the wrong place, and this bit wasn't quite long enough down here. So I just made a new one rather than faffing about trying to make it work. So for Adam Camping, it's a 25mm by 25mm box. Sorry, I forgot to measure it the other week. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. And also, I was saying that this side's protruding slightly more than this side. That's because this lip here has been cut shorter than this side, which is a bit annoying because this side looks a lot better, but there's not really a lot I can do about that. Well, the front's on. Just done a quick test fit. I've only put one bolt in each side and each middle one, and that's the gap on the driver's side, which is not too bad. It's nice down that edge, and that's the gap I've got on the passenger side, which is pretty good considering that this is not even pulled in yet tight. So I am very pleased, and it's got two bolts in and it's nice and solid. So the only reason I've got two bolts in there at the moment is because I need to cut some more down because these ones are too long. So just need to trim a bit off the edges of them. But yeah, very pleased. It's looking good finally. After rushing it last time to try and get to this stage, it cost me a couple of hours this morning of fettling this around. So I've just done another test fit with the bonnet on. Gaps are pretty good. Obviously I haven't got these fixed in yet. The only thing that I'm a bit annoyed about with this bonnet, alright, it fits nice here. I can get it to, that needs to adjust in a bit more there. When you look at it from this angle, you can see the scuttle panel is higher up. I don't think it's the actual scuttle panel itself, it's more the fact that the bonnet is too flat. It's not curved like it should be, so it should sit around there. So I might have to do some fettling underneath, so then the bonnet holds itself up like that. But yeah. Apart from that, it's looking pretty dandy. Just going to get this marked up now. Go shit or bust. Drill some holes in this. I've got some plastic work, so I'm going to fill these holes in as well. I might do that first. I've just marked and drilled the holes down here. So I've got 3. And obviously I've got to fill those in still. So now I've got to pop this whole front off again and then drill the plates and then weld some new bolts, or weld some new nuts, sorry, on the plates. But I will just say quickly, I've welded the nuts on the other side. Be ready with your tap and die set because you do get a bit of welding splatter on the bolt threads. You don't want to damage the nut as you undo it. So you run the die down the outside, take any bits off and then wind the bolt out. Let's get these other ones welded up. Okay, so these are the bolts that I'm thinking of using. with like a nice big washer on there. Once they're painted the body colour, I think that would look quite nice. This side fits really good. I've just got to fettle this edge in a bit on the A panel seam. I'm very happy with the gap there. That's good, and it fits all nice all the way along there. It's all bolted, very solid round there. This one's solid on this side. Cut her over. I've got to bend the bracket that's behind here. I've got to bend it in slightly more to get rid of this gap, which I'm really not happy with. But it fits down that edge nice. And again, the holes, just got to make that hole slightly bigger to get the bolt in. All the bolts in this side now. I've just dollied down this edge to get this to fit nice and flush. That's the size of the gap that I've got on this side. Yeah, widest point, it's measuring about 7.5 mil gap. The rest of it is not so bad. It's a much smaller gap. I'm really pleased with that gap, but I might have to adjust these holes slightly on this side because it sits slightly higher than that other side. It just wants to come down just a little bit. Well, I've managed to lose, I've lost a millimetre here, which is good. I think that's as close as I'm going to get this side without having a bit of filler on this edge. I mean, 5 mil gap would be great. It's 7 at the widest point here where it's been had those little brackets that went over the top, but that's been welded, so that all needs tidying up anyway. But it's just the perfect level, and I've got this other side down now, so it's just spot on. They're both the same, so apart from the gap, obviously this side is ever so slightly smaller. That near on lines up. That wants sort of trimming in, as this side has already been trimmed in a bit, so by the time I've got the rubber trim running from the front to the back, it should blend in a bit, and you shouldn't notice, hopefully, that this lip is a bit bigger, but it will cover a bit more of the tyre, which will be good. So yeah, I've lost count of how many times I've taken it off today, and then back on, off. Okay, so the next headache, now that I'm happy with all the actual wings and that and the gaps, it's going to be this here bonnet. Ever so slightly closer this side. It's not too bad. I'm really not very happy with this bonnet. Just can't get it to fit right. I've got it in like the kind of jacked up mode at the back, which would obviously let a lot of air out, hot air. You can still see along that edge there, it's far too flat, far too flat. I'm not sure whether the shape with those two scoops in it is going to go with the whole overall look of the car. I don't think I like that, the bonnet like that, especially the shape that it is. Don't look right. I'll put it back down You have to let me know in the comments below what you think of it. Whether you like the bonnet, I might get a different one. There it is in the down position. Down is definitely better, I think, personally. But I say again, let me know what you think of it. Actually not sitting too badly there. I'm thinking that I know quite a lot of the minis have got like a rubber seal along the back. If this had a rubber seal on it, it would probably end up holding itself up a bit better at the back, giving it a bit more curve. If I do decide to stick with this bonnet, I'm still not sure. But I'm happy with the front now. And I've tacked this edge down, so that's it's nice and flush down there. Very, very pleased with that. Okay, so here we have a temporary bodge. I've just put a piece of old silicone hose, only a small section, in the middle here on the seam underneath, which has brought that curve in nice on the bonnet, so it actually nearly lines up with the scuttle panel. You can see it's holding it up here. Okay then guys, I'm going to wrap this episode up with a little walk around. Because it's not wet outside, it's quite bright. I thought I'd show you how it's looking. Oh, look, the sun's come out now. Hopefully you've enjoyed the episode. I'll be back with many more, I'm sure. I know it's been a bit of a long time coming getting this front all sorted out, but I'm really chuffed with it now. I think all you guys should hopefully like the look of it as well. Let me know what you think of the bonnet. I'm still in two minds about the bonnet. Yeah. Also, coming up soon, bought a load of bits to make the sliding windows as well now. Apart from having the perspex, I'm going to do all that myself. I'm going to attempt to cut the perspex and things like that. So I've got all the panels to go in down here. Yeah, so I'll do a little video of that, but not for the not the little square perspex windows. These are a full traditional Mark 1 style sliding window, which hopefully I'll be able to pull off and hopefully look alright. Yeah, well, I'll see you all next time hopefully. Thanks for watching.